Online Marketing, Chapter 1. So we went over this in class on Tuesday, but I know not everyone was able to attend class on Tuesday. So this video is for those who were unable to attend class Tuesday so you don't fall behind. So we talked about in chapter 1 of our book, this is the digital marketing strategy book. So we have the digital marketing analytics book and the digital marketing strategy book. So we're starting week 1 with chapters 1 and 2 from the digital marketing strategy textbook. The first chapter is a lot of just general marketing information and terminology before we get into a lot of deep content about digital marketing. Digital marketing is a form of online marketing. It's just broader than online marketing. So, online marketing tends to focus on websites and social media, where digital marketing recognizes that people interact with media in multiple ways with multiple devices. So we look at both analytics and the kinds of technology that we can interact with customers in a way that, of course, traditional online marketing can't do. So, and how new technologies, new tools, new apps change the way that we interact with consumers. Of course, all of these changes are driven by social media and new technologies becoming available. The global connectivity with our wireless information and Bluetooth information also includes the Internet of Things and the fact that we have more and more smart technology available to us, such as smart refrigerators, smart appliances, appliances that are connecting to the internet. They're sharing data back to the internet about us. Smart refrigerators collect information about what's in your refrigerator, what kinds of things you have in your refrigerator. You can actually create online grocery orders through the app available on a smart refrigerator, and that all generates data for marketing purposes. So when we talk about digital marketing, we have our audience. Who is our audience? And how do we get in front of our audience? Well, we have a very large audience when we talk about digital marketing because we're talking about who is coming to our website, who can we capture on any kind of social media, Snapchat, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and the list goes on and on and on. In fact, I think a lot of you wouldn't even believe what the list of available social media looks like. We did pull it up in class on Tuesday, and there's a picture of it later on in your book, so we'll see it again. But the list is extensive. The number of devices that are available and how we just keep increasing the number of devices that connect to the internet and the amount of data that we collect about customers. And we're even going to talk about the ethics behind some of that data collection. In next week, in chapters 3, 4, and 5, we talk a little bit about some new privacy laws that have been implemented about the type of information that is collected and stored about online customers. The marketing technology landscape. So we have just marketing experiences, our customer experiences, if we have chat enabled on our website, how they can interact with us on our website, uh, how do they get to our website, where do we show up on Google, our marketing analytics, how we keep track of our analytics, then marketing middleware such as APIs, data management, tag management, and our identity. APIs are connections that allow you to connect with different apps and different technologies. And tag management, tags are a website design thing that you can embed tags into your HTML code that help with how you come up in searches on Google. So it helps with that search engine optimization. And then we have marketing platforms like CRMs or customer resource management, marketing automation, content management, e-commerce or online shopping. So a CRM system is where we collect information about our customers, our customer interactions in order to better serve them. We would have things like their email address, how often they order from us, whether they're just a lead and we're trying to get them to order from us. We can also use CRMs for marketing automation. We can create emails or messages that go out on certain times or certain dates. We can also do that with many social media apps. So we can set up marketing materials and have it hit on specific days and times. So it's just automated for when it goes out to the particular customers that we're trying to reach. And then just our larger infrastructure. What kind of website do we have? How often do we update it? Do we have mobile capabilities? What does that website look like on a cell phone, and how does it work on a cell phone? Do we store information in the cloud, or do we have our own server management system? How do we collect our analytics and store that information, etc.? Chapter 1 talks about some marketing strategy models that are common in all marketing materials, and you have probably heard about all of these things in a previous marketing class. We're going to talk briefly about them and about how they are impacted by the online environment. So the 4 P's of marketing: product, price, place, and promotion. So our product, whether we have physical products or we offer a service, anything that our customers might pay for. Of course, products rely on demand. Customers have to want it in order to sell it. What does this mean for the digital marketing side? Can customers purchase our product online? Do we have a website? Does the online version differ from the in-person version? So do we have some kind of a service? Maybe we offer education and we have on-demand online offerings, or we have different in-person offerings, or we offer physical products that they can buy online and have shipped to them. And then price. So one of the fallacies about buying online products is that they should be cheaper than in-store products because there's less overhead. We don't have to pay for a building in order to have an online marketplace. A lot of the time, some people will say that, some online media shouldn't cost exactly the same as like going to the movie theater, that I should be able to watch a movie online for considerably cheaper than I do in the movie theater because of some of those costs. However, there are costs to offering products and services online, and it doesn't mean that those things should be cheaper. We can also use affiliate marketing, where we can promote our products through third-party services in exchange for a fee, such as you only pay when an action happens, like pay-per-click. And just remembering that it costs less to retain a current loyal customer than it does for us to engage and generate a new customer. So the 4 P's in place. Place can be the physical location, or it can be our website. But customers need to be able to find us, and they want to easily find what they're looking for. So 1, do we have strong SEO? SEO is search engine optimization. When a customer searches for a product, how far up in the Google search are we? Do we come up as number one? So we might be the first website that they're going to click on, or are we further down on that search, maybe on page 2, and we need to increase our SEO if students are ever going to see our product or our website. And then promotion. Promotion are our ads. So we have above the line promotion, which is mass marketing. This means that every single person sees the exact same ad. We put out a TV commercial or a video or something on Instagram or Facebook, and it shows to everyone, regardless of who they are. And below the line promotion is targeted. So when we put something out on Facebook, we can select who on Facebook can see it instead of putting it out to everyone. We can say we want Facebook users in Iowa between the ages of 18 and 30 and who join these types of groups and follow these kinds of businesses, and those are the only people who will see our ads. So that's the below the line directed advertising. So it's important to track our analytics, test, so we can see how, especially those targeted approaches are interacting, and compare an above the line versus a targeted. So you can do a very similar thing in Google with a Google ad. We can say, have our ad pop up when people type these specific words into a search engine. Or we can just say, randomly show our ad to all Google users. And then we can learn how those two different approaches are successful or not successful when we look at the analytics of who actually clicked through those ads and came to our website or came to the landing page. The next thing the book talks about is Porter's 5 forces. So Michael Porter's model looks at competition. Everyone in class had heard these before in a previous class, so we're going to go through each one of these one at a time. So the first is threat of substitute products or services. So this means there is a similar product in the market. We have competition. So in a store, if I go to the store and the shelf is empty of the product I'm looking for, I can probably grab something else that is similar and just take it with me. But what does this mean online? Well, a lot of the time is when someone goes looking for something, they have a lot of options of which company they go to purchase it. So if I put something into a Google search engine and I get 10 results, how do I make sure that our company is the result that a customer clicks on versus another company? Threat of new entrants to the market. So before, there used to be barriers to entry for businesses. You had to rent or purchase a place to have your business. People needed to physically be able to come to your business. Now that we are online, the barriers to entry for new businesses are very low. I can set up a website and social media accounts for a new business in probably about 30 minutes. And so because those barriers are so low, there are new entrants into the market every day. And how we compete with each other and how we interact with those new entrants. Okay? What about the intensity of our competitor rivalry? So what is our rivalry? How many competitors do we have? Are they competitors on price? So they've entered the market and they offer lower prices than we do, so they're stealing our customers? Or do they compete on some other thing? Maybe they tell a better marketing story than we do. Marketing is all about storytelling and grabbing people's attention, and especially digital marketing. The bargaining power of suppliers. So if there are a lot of suppliers in the marketplace, then we have the option to go to the lowest cost supplier. Then the company has the bargaining power over suppliers. But if there's only one supplier, then the supplier has the bargaining power because we can't go anywhere else to get our product. And so it's who has the bargaining power to set costs and prices, and the bargaining power of buyers, especially in a digital market. Buyers have a lot of power because there is so much choice. I can go anywhere online and search for virtually any product and find it within a couple of seconds. This puts a lot of pressure on companies to stand out in some way, either with stellar customer service or just a great customer loyalty program, but some way to create lower customers in order to keep them when they have a lot of different options. Okay. The next thing the book talks about is brand or perceptual positioning map. So we can create a map from the perspective of customers. And this helps us to focus on our brand perception. So if we ask customers how they perceive our brand and competitors' brands, this tells us where we can target our marketing if we are trying to get a certain message across about our brand that customers aren't getting. So this example is about automobiles. So sporty versus practical and cheap versus expensive. So if I was, say, Volkswagen, and I wanted customers to perceive me as expensive and sporty, I have a lot of work to do because I'm currently being perceived as practical and less expensive than a luxury car. So I need to work on my branding, and I might need to launch a new product too in order to help that branding and perception from customers. Next is the customer lifetime value. So this is the value of what a customer brings to our organization in a dollar value over their lifetime. Okay. So this example here is if a customer spends $1 with you or $100 with you and you earn $50 because you had a $50 profit margin, but it cost you $40 to get that $50 profit margin because of how much marketing you had to show to convince them to buy your product, then you lower the actual profit margin that you earn. So that is the cost per acquisition. But customer lifetime value looks at the entire lifetime of the customer. Do they come back? Do they place large orders? Can they be incentivized? So will they sign up for a reward program and that reward program causes them to spend more? Do they always spend enough to get free shipping? And so there are ways that you can encourage them to purchase more often, maybe by offering a discount to shipping or free shipping with any size order instead of having them place a large order to get free shipping. So how you calculate the customer lifetime value is looking at the number of periods that a customer remains with you or their lifetime, and then the average margin per customer in a period. Then one of the final things we talk about is the different customer segmentation. And we'll talk about this more when we talk about digital customers next week in chapters 3, 4, and 5, where we talk about other things that relate to their behavior such as location and the psychology of marketing. Okay, so geographic. Are we focusing marketing to specific geographical regions? Do we want our messaging to say that? For some of this, we need to be sensitive to language and culture and how language and culture is different in different geographical areas. What a message that would go over very well in the Midwest might not be so well perceived in Europe, and vice versa. A message that goes over very well in Europe might not be well perceived by customers from the Midwest. So understanding who's seeing those messages and how they're going to react to those messages based on their culture, their language, slang, what they're looking for in messaging. Demographics, age, race, gender, education, what their income looks like, if they're employed, what that states what their buying power is, what their economic status is. But not only that, we might be looking at a specific age range. For example, colleges that market out to future students tend to market to specific age ranges. They don't want to spend their ad dollars on people over 40 who probably already have degrees. They want their ads to be seen by high school students and young adults. And behavioral. So I already mentioned something that's maybe behavioral a little bit. We talked about this in class. But how likely are you to add something else to an online cart in order to guarantee free shipping? And when you look at it, do you spend more on the item than shipping would have cost? So that's a psychological behavioral tool that businesses use. They know that people will spend more for free shipping. I don't know what it is about free shipping that causes us to spend more and feel good about it because I got free shipping, even though the shipping was maybe $8 and I spent $25 to get the $8 off. So there are behavior things that we can catch on people. Other behavior changes. You know, people who have young children are buying different products than people who don't have children. People who are just entering the workforce versus people who are retiring have different marketing messages to them. And then what is the consumer perceived benefit of our product or service? And how do we want to get that message across of what that benefit is? And then the psychographic segment. So, what is the person interested in? What are their opinions, their beliefs, their interests, their political beliefs, their religious, cultural beliefs, and how we should message to them and what messages resonate with those individuals. Not only what messages resonate with those individuals, but maybe certain kinds of politics won't be interested in products or services that a different political party would be interested in. So this is an example of a persona that a company would create about one of their customers from the data that they collect about the customer. The last item in this chapter is about the Boston Consulting Group matrix. So and their categor how they categorized products in a portfolio. So how we categorize these looks at their market share and their market growth. So we're looking at like long-term value versus poor performance. And you've probably heard these terms before in other marketing and business classes. So we have dogs, question mark, stars, and cash cows. So of course, cash cows have high market share, they're high in demand, they're strong, stable products We don't have to do a lot of marketing to sell them because people are already buying them and they're high in demand. Okay? Dogs and question marks currently have a low market share, but there could be a growth environment for them. And we have to decide how we want to try to increase that market share. And then stars are our high market share in a high growth environment. That these are products that are profitable, but we still need to continue to market them to keep them profitable. So this matrix can help show the position and value of our products and can inform us what products we sell and through which channels. So that can help us understand the channels ourselves. So we might have a product that sells miserably in a physical store, but it sells high online. Then we can pull that from the physical store shelves and focus digital marketing dollars towards it to increase the amount of online attention that it gets because it's already selling well online. We need to, of course, look at our analytics to see how that is happening and where those things are occurring. And that is the end of chapter 1.